Hey.
Hey, how's it going? Chris Pratt here. Look, I know this is totally up.
All right. Maybe this is working. I don't know. We'll find out if this is working, I guess. I really gotta move all these cables out of the way. Because this is a hazard. You can't even see the hazard that is happening just off camera. But there is a hazard just off camera. With just various cables and things just all over the place. Alright. And then hot soldering irons and stuff. It's a problem. Alright. What are we doing today? Well, we're continuing what we started yesterday, because after I put this together, I realized that this left bumper just isn't working. I do believe it was working. I think it was working before. I started soaking it in isopropyl alcohol, but it still wasn't working afterwards. So, my plan is to just fully desolder it and then throw it in isopropyl alcohol, like just give it a bath in it and then just work it in that way. So these notoriously get really dirty, and when that happens, they stop working. So it's a very common issue. But this one is being a little trickier than normal. So I'm hoping. Is this stuck? Don't be clogged. Please don't be clogged. It's clogged. Come on. You gotta be kidding me today. Really? Oh, today is just one of those days that is just not going my way at all. Eats one thing after another today, and that honestly just doesn't surprise me that that's clogged up. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Alright, so let's do this the kind of old-fashioned way. The solder pump. So, I want to remove this stick here, or not stick, this button here, and then soak it in isopropyl alcohol. I've already said that. Today's just a mess. I ordered a bunch of replacement parts so I could fix some stuff. So what is really annoying, there's a video that's not obviously out because I haven't finished it. I bought a little, just cheap, dumb little handheld toy thing, you know, from like the 80s. And it was just missing a dome switch. I don't know where, it wasn't in the thing, it was just missing one physical dome switch. So I measured it, ordered a pack of 100, because that's the smallest I can find, and way wrong size. Completely wrong, okay? So I did more measurements. I was like, okay, let's do this. You know, maybe this is the right size. Order another pack of 100. Way wrong size the other direction. Way too big. Okay. So now I just guesstimated in the middle of those two sizes and hope that that was correct. I don't know, because the package delivered to my neighbor's house, and I don't know this neighbor. So, and they're not at their door. The package isn't at the door. I can see a photo of where the package was, and it's not there anymore. So they either took it inside or threw it in the trash. I'm not sure which. But either way, that's gone. Also with it was a screen for a Game Boy Advance that I ordered, a glass one. More thumbsticks for Game Boy, or for Game Cubes. And membranes for PlayStation 2 controllers. All of those just missing. So I'm gonna it's just been one of those days where just everything has been going not quite how I want it to. Could be worse, but it's just, you know, frustrating day. I would like a not frustrating little repair. I would like this to just work. Sorry, this is the complaint-a-thon day, I guess. Ooh. I'm so spoiled. It's so much easier when my dumb little desoldering station is working instead of having to do this manual pump thing. Which it's still not hard, but it's like, oh, I have to do more work. I don't want to do more work. I just want to push the button and the thing comes out. Alright, let's probably have to take this button or this trigger off here to see if I can pop this thing free. Come out. Thankfully, it wasn't like something irreplaceable that I ordered. It's just parts. But those dumb little dome switches. If you do the math, I spent $30 already trying to find the right size dome switch on realistically a little cheap game that maybe is worth $5 or $6. But I've already started, and I'm gonna fix this dumb thing. It's not worth the amount of money I've put into it. I don't care. I'm determined to get it fixed. So, and then, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just annoying. Okay, so this is out now. Cool. I'm gonna soak that. Let me get something to soak that in. Here's some isopropyl alcohol. I have these little vials. I don't know if this is small enough that it can fit in here. Ah, that's a perfect size. Awesome. Okay. These are like fish testing, like water testing vials. I don't even remember where they came from. That was a lot of isopropyl alcohol. It didn't seem like it. But okay, so now I'll leave that sitting there for like, I don't know, a while. I can just come back to that later. And hopefully it's going to be just cleaned up and working after that. I kind of want to take a look while we're here at this Sega Saturn controller that I've been on and off working on for like a couple weeks now. I've done everything. I'm trying to get this gosh darn D-pad working on it, but it just is fighting me. It's only the only right that it won't do right. So it's also missing a screw, but that wouldn't cause it to not do right. I don't know if it's the actual pad itself or if it's the contact. Oh, that wasn't a bad noise. Or if it's the contacts itself. Oh. Whoops-a-daisy. There's all the parts. Everything else is working on it, though. All the other buttons that I've tested are working. It's just right. Which would be this right here. So I don't suppose. Let me get a multimeter. Are there any sort of brakes? Okay. Alright, that's going where it's supposed to go. Where are you supposed to go? Okay. Why don't you work then? Is it the pad itself? I've already cleaned this pad like a bunch of times. Alright. Just use the isopropyl alcohol from this little tube here. So everything's going seemingly where it's supposed to go. I guess I could continue following this path here to see if this is not making it all the way. So where do you go next? Oh, interesting. Shouldn't this go here, right? Oh, no, it goes here. Oh, it goes there. Okay, my bad. Okay. So that is going where it's supposed to go. Alright, well that's confusing. I don't know why it don't work. I'm guessing it still has to be something wrong with this pad. Even though I've cleaned it off. Why do you still hate me? Alright, well, I'm gonna throw it all back together again, and hopefully this time it's working. I don't know. So I really don't know what to do at this point. Just seemingly does not want to work. And it's one of those things where, like, even if I'm pressing really hard, so it's not like it's not making good contact, it's just nothing at all. I might not, I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't know, maybe if I don't, like, fully screw it in. I think I'm gonna test it without fully screwing it in this time. And then if it's still not working, what I can do is I can open it up because it won't be fully screwed in, and then I'll just rotate the pad around. So, see if a different, like, one that is making contact actually is working, you know. How did you go back together like this? There we go. This controller is kind of goofy with how the layout is, where it's just, I don't know. It's not like the normal ones where there's like two posts. There's just this weird post that juts off to one side at an angle. It's really goofy. I don't understand the design of that. Get back in there. Come on. Come on. So I'm doing this off camera. I'm not intending to. It's very fiddly. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna test this in a minute. See if that fixed it. I don't have high hopes, but if it doesn't fix it, that just cleaning that we just did, even though I've already cleaned it like 3 other times, if that doesn't do it, I'm going to rotate the pads around and see if it's just a bad membrane or something. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But we can clean this one up. This is really gross. We need a new analog stick on this. Thumbsticks I might be able to clean up in the ultrasonic cleaner. So I think I'm just going to take this apart, swap the stick. Actually, no. I don't want to do that because my stupid desoldering station's not working. Alright, let's try and fix this without burning ourselves. Because this is very hot. It's very hot and very, very much Shawn burns himself with it, which is very much not fun. So all of that solder at the end there needs to come out. It's all clogged up. There we go. So I don't know if you can see that on camera, but we need to remove that. That is really stuck in there. I might have to drill that out, which is annoying because it's pretty gummed up in there. And I don't want to touch it for like a while because this gets very hot. Yep, that's still melty. Just touching that. So, okay, well, I think that's kind of it because the next few things I wanted to do were involving, you know, my desoldering station. So, and now I have to drill it out again. If you haven't already watched it, I do a video on how to drill out one. So, in case for some reason you wanted to see how to do that, I do have a video on it. But, I can just put this away for the time being. And I'll probably address that tomorrow and just drill that out. I don't know if this has been sitting in there long enough. See if I can get you out. Come out. It's been sitting in there for a while. For about 20 minutes or so. I'll say like 15 minutes. I'm going to leave that tube there just in case that this doesn't work. I'll just desolder it again and put it back in there again. So now I'm just kind of working the button since it was soaking for a while. Alright, I'm going to throw this back in there and, well, I guess I'll find out if it works. If not, I'll take it back out again. I need my flux. If my desoldering station worked, this would have come out way quicker and way easier than this ended up taking, so I'll drill out the desoldering station tomorrow. Which I guess I can do that on camera if you want. But I'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll work on some more projects once it's back up and running again. Okay. Soldering looks good. Actually, weirdly looks better than the soldering from the factory. Now, I'm just going to test this out. You're not going to be able to see it because I'm using my laptop that I'm using to stream this with to also test the gamepad. So you will just have to trust me if I say it works or it doesn't work. Technically, I have like another laptop I could use as a display thing, but I really only have one charger. Oh, my button. My button's over here. Hang on. Can't really test this because my button isn't attached. I could obviously press it without the button in there, but I want to make sure the button actuation. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's working every time. Okay, this controller is finally fixed. Technically, I could probably put a new, like stick on there, but it's probably fine. He's probably fine enough, But there we go. I'm happy this can be put back together now. So, oh, thank goodness. This has been successfully repaired. getting flux all over my fingers. But don't tell me it was one of those goofy things where I needed to put the centerpiece in before I put in the... No, there's no way that would have worked. Alright, just go in there. Just go. Please. Just go in there. Will you please? Just... There we go. I always hate doing that. It always never feels right. Always never. It just never feels right. It always feels like I'm breaking it every single time when I'm doing that. Oh, so good. I don't know where my little brush is. Where's my little brush? Did it fall on the floor? Where's my little brush? I need my brush to get into hard to reach spaces. Where's my brush? I mean, I have... That's the wrong brush. I have this brush that I never use. It's technically a scratch brush, but it's fine. We're just removing crud that no one will ever see, but... Gotta get rid of that finger goop. Where did my brush go? I'm kind of bothered that that's missing. Where did that go? Just things are missing. Oh, it's down here. I found it. There we go. My hands are sticky from this. Alright, this is actually the new little front here that I got. It is actually used, but the previous... Well, that's actually kind of rough. But the previous one was, like, real bad. So, this one's not perfect, but it's fine. Okay, remove some of the hand cheese. Even though this isn't visible, it's still gross, and I want to remove it all. Important part of repairing anything is hand cheese removal. Even if you're fixing something quick or easy or whatever, you gotta remove the hand cheese. You can't leave the hand cheese in the controller. I don't care if you're doing this for someone else, for yourself. I don't care if it's your hand cheese. If it's anyone's hand, remove the cheese. It's gross. We don't want that. If you're taking it apart, do it right. Or do it passably. I don't know that I ever do anything truly right. At least do it not terribly, you know? That's all you can ask for, is to do stuff not terribly. At the end of the day, that's all you really need. To go, you know what? I didn't do a terrible job on that. I do still want to replace this stick, but this is... It's probably fine. This stick is like... I don't know. 6 out of 10. I might still go back and replace it later. The right stick is like a 7 out of 10. You know, this one's maybe it's Yeah, it's like a 6 out of 10. This is a scale that I'm making up as I go, so if you're trying to play at home, I don't really know the rules of it. Just kind of eyeballing stuff. Okay, there's definitely marks on this that are not coming off, but it's still better than the one that was on here originally. Now I need my iFixit screwdriver, which I do not see. Oh, there it is. It's right here. I just have so much just stuff dangling off of my desk, which is concerning because my cats like to chew on things that dangle off of a desk. That is a favorite pastime of theirs. One of the hoses for my my hot air station, one of the little goblins chewed on it. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But it was kind of like oh man, really? You had to chew on that? I just covered it in electrical tape, it's fine. Alright, terrific. This is now a fixed working controller in adequate shape. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's fine. This is fine controller. So, okay. I think that's kind of it for today because my desoldering station's down. So, and there's also no one in here chatting with me to keep me distracted enough to keep doing more things. So I'm just gonna wrap up for tonight. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Why does that sound like that? It's catching on something. What is wrong with you now? I thought it was wrapping up. Come on. What are you catching on? Really? Thought it was wrapping up. Appears I thought wrong. What did you catch on? I still don't even understand. What was it rubbing against? It was like rubbing against something. You know what? I bet you I did. I always have this problem where I stupidly accidentally get the metal tab pushed in and I don't line it up properly. I bet you I didn't line it up properly and that metal tab was inside. Because you gotta line those metal tabs up, the battery terminals. I guarantee you that's what I did. I've done that so many stinking times. I just don't pay enough attention. And then I just don't line the battery terminals up when I put it together. Bet you that was the problem. Oh, Shawn, you silly goose, you. You gotta pay attention when you put stuff together. Otherwise it doesn't fit. Alright, now, I bet when I screw this all back in, it's gonna... Oh. Now, when I screw this all back in, now it should... Yeah, now it's working properly. That little metal tab right there, if you don't line it up and it goes behind the plastic, that's exactly what happens. That was me just being a silly goose. I wish it was like something I'd never done before, but I've done that so many times, and I just don't think about it every single time. Until I go, why doesn't this fit properly? And then I go to put batteries in. Oh yeah, the battery. There's no terminals for the batteries. Alright. Now we can close this up. We have a good enough controller. I think it's good enough. Wow, the inside of this is gross. Okay, these should probably go through the ultrasonic cleaner. Those are gross. But the rest of this is fine. This can be done at a later date. Alright, that's the end of this video. I appreciate if anyone watched this. I don't know, I didn't hear any chatters or see any chatters, but if anyone was here, I appreciate you watching. I love you all. Have a nice evening.